The word barbecue is short for barbecue. The concept was first mentioned in 1553 in the Chronicle of Peru. The method became popular in the 18th century in the southern states of the United States. It referred to a method of roasting meat, vegetables, or fish over smoldering embers at a temperature of up to 120 degrees Celsius. What are barbecue recipes today? What are their special features, and how to cook them properly? To cook barbecue properly, you need to follow subtleties, without which the mouthwatering food won't taste as good. For example, to make the smoke more aromatic, throw a vine of grapes, branches of cherries, apricots, or another fruit tree on the heated coals of the fire. A bunch of herbs, rosemary, for example, will add a subtle gourmet flavor to the roast. It's also important to remember to add salt at the end, not at the beginning. This keeps more juice. Barbecue ribs are the must-have dish for springtime picnics. It is soft and juicy if two conditions are met: a rich marinade and a long cooking time at a low temperature. If the weather doesn't allow you to fire up the grill, then cooking ribs can be moved indoors and use the oven. But classic American barbecue ribs are meat cooked exactly on coals. Extremely delicate young meats are best cooked quickly, not toasted for long. If young ribs are held directly over the coals, they may dry out more than necessary. For older pork, let it stew longer over smoldering coals rather than burning coals. Assess how tender the meat is before you cook it. The ribs will taste better if you roast them uncovered for 60 to 120 minutes and then wrap them in foil. Drizzle with apple or lemon juice and simmer for another hour or an hour and a half. To make them tastier, you need to make a barbecue marinade. The most delicious marinade is English. It requires garlic, ketchup, soy or tomato sauce, mustard, and vinegar. This sauce does not drown out the natural flavor of the meat. There are hundreds of other ways to make a sauce for roasts. Ingredients: 2 rows of ribs with soft meat, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 1 tablespoon mustard, 1.5 teaspoon red pepper, 2 tablespoons ketchup, 1.5 tablespoons brown sugar. 1. Peel the thin membrane off the ribs, leaving only the meat. 2. Mix everything for the marinade, and rub the mixture over the meat. 3. Put it in a cold place for 4 hours to soak the meat. Every half hour, turn it over, letting the marinade penetrate every corner. 4. Heat the oven to 160 degrees. Wrap the ribs in foil and cook for 2 hours, sprinkling the ribs with the juice that forms during cooking every hour. 5. 15 minutes before the end of the process, remove the foil and keep the ribs uncovered in the hot oven. 6. Heat the barbecue. Remove the ribs from the oven, pour the marinade over them, and cook over the coals until crispy. You'll have a great dish in the best traditions.